listening to the Blitz Boys podcast. Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Kaiden. I'm your host. Welcome to the Blitz Boys podcast. You can find me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Kaiden Jenkins 2. This is my co-host, also my cousin, Dakota McIntosh. You can find him on X as well, at Dakota McIntosh 0. Today we're going to be going over the Week 11 predictions, and I'll let Dakota take it from here.
All right, so last week we did better than we did the week before on our predictions. You did way better. You went 9 for 4. I mean, that's a little better than your 4 and 10 from last week. And I went 8 for 5, which is one win more. So it brings our overall record to me having 15 wins and 12 losses, and you having 13 wins and 14 losses. So I'm still ahead.
I'm coming
so
for
don't worry
you.
about that.
I'm coming for you.
So first up this week, we got the Bengals versus the Ravens. Who do you got?
Just because the Ravens are on the hot seat right now, and the Bengals just took a hard loss to the Texans. I think it's going to be a very close game, but I think Jackson takes it over Burrow. I'm going to say 21-20 Ravens.
Yeah, honestly, the Ravens have been looking like a better team this year, and so I also have the Ravens winning. I have it not as close, but still one score apart. I've got the Ravens at 28 and the Bengals at 24, just because I feel like the Ravens are at a different level than the Bengals are at this year so far. All right, and next we've got the Steelers versus the Browns. Who do you got?
So they're starting DTR this week, and in the preseason, DTR was just shining. So I'm gonna pick the Browns over the Steelers. It's gonna be 21-14. Steelers defense is gonna not know what to do against DTR. He's a dual threat. He can run it or pass it, and he's pretty versatile. I mean, he is a rookie. He's probably gonna have like 2 interceptions or something like that, but the Browns are still gonna score 21 points versus that Steelers defense.
Yep, that is very well said. I also think the Browns are going to win. I think it's going to be 17-13, just because the Steelers, I don't know how they're 6-3. How are they? Honestly, like they're not a good team, but they've been coming out on top. But I think this is where they get stopped. They've gone a 2-game win streak right now. Sorry, Matt Canada. Even if you're on the sidelines, you're still going down.
Yeah, I would have to say, like you were saying last week, Pickett doesn't do good against pressure. And who's that guy that's on the Browns defense that is one of the top pressure ratings in the NFL right now?
Oh,
Who is that
who
again?
are you talking about? Myles Garrett?
Yeah,
Is
that
that who
guy.
you're talking about? Oh,
So Kenny Pickett probably has the same production he does last week.
yeah.
I just don't see it happening versus Myles Garrett and the Browns. So
No, he's gonna get that pressure in, and he's gonna shut down. And next up, we got the Cardinals versus the Texans. Potential MVP candidate on the loose. What do you think?
yeah, I'm still riding the rookie here. C.J. Stroud all day. He's going to score 32 points against the Cardinals, and I think that Kyler Murray comes back. He runs one in, he throws a touchdown or two, but it's not enough to keep up with C.J. Stroud. So I'm going Texans 32, Cardinals 20.
Yeah, no, that's very well said. CJ Stroud, he should be in the race for MVP this year. He's having outstanding as a rookie. I mean, he may have a sophomore slump next year, but as of right now, he's doing phenomenal. He's only thrown 2 picks the whole entire season, and I've got them winning 21-20. Just because I feel like Kyler Murray's gonna have a better year, having a little bit more practice. He's gonna be more mobile. He's gonna be able to create a little bit more opportunities, but I still got the Texans coming out on top.
Yeah.
And then next we got the Titans versus the Jaguars.
All right. I think the Jaguars have a bounce back week, especially since they're going against the Titans. Derrick Henry wasn't able to get going last week. Will Levis wasn't as hot as he was a couple weeks ago. I'm going to say Jags take it 28 to the Titans 12.
Yeah, no, that's a very, very respectable score right there. I'm just about there with you. I got the Jags winning 31-18. I think that they're going to be extremely mad and angry about their 35-3 loss last week. And so I think they're going to take it out. They're going to go and do business.
Yeah.
And then next we got the Raiders versus the Dolphins.
I'm gonna have to go to the Dolphins here. Just like the last one, they're gonna have a bounce back week, and they're going against a Raiders team that isn't quite well rounded enough. Yeah, they looked pretty decent last week, and Alec Pierce is looking to be their head coach of the future. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
think Aiden O'Connell gets it done. I think it's going to be Dolphins 32, Raiders 28.
That's a very close game right there. A lot closer than what I'm predicting. I'm guessing the Dolphins are going to get 38 and the Raiders are going to get 10 just because the Dolphins are coming off their bye week. I feel like they're going to be well rested. They're going to go out and they're going to do what they've been doing all year and just demolish the defenses, and I think their defense is going to just shut Aiden O'Connell down, and I feel like their one touchdown is going to come from Josh Jacobs.
So you're betting against Max Crosby, Devontae Adams, and Josh Jacobs.
I am betting against Max Crosby, Devontae Adams, and Josh Jacobs.
You heard it here first. He thinks they suck.
I did not say that. They're 10 times better than me, but
The small little clip somebody makes of this is going to say different.
all right, let's go back to last week when you thought Tom Brady or Baker
No,
Mayfield's the
no,
next
no,
Tom
no, no,
Brady.
no. You
Yeah.
put words into my mouth, all right?
Okay, well, we'll see. Next, we got the Cowboys versus the Panthers. Who do you got?
I got my Cowboys, as you can see, wearing my Emmett Smith jersey. It's a little beat up. It was my dad's, but got to pay some homage there. I'm going to say Cowboys 35, Panthers 21. I think the Cowboys are just going to have another dominant win with great teams. They cover the spread. With good teams, they win. With bad teams, they lose. So if Cowboys are going to be considered a great team, they got to cover that spread. Last week, they covered the spread versus the Giants. They were actually predicted to win by 18 points. That's the most that a team has been predicted to win by this season. So I'm going to say Cowboys cover the spread versus the Panthers. And yeah.
So, so what I'm hearing is he thinks that the rookie Bryce Young is absolute dog trash,
Yep.
and he shouldn't be in football. And you that's all I'm hearing right now. I mean, the
I
score I've
mean,
got doesn't.
get to your score prediction right now.
I say the Cowboys are going to win. I think it's going to be 31-3. They're going to get into the red zone 2 times and only get a field goal. The other one's going to be an interception,
By who?
and their defense.
Deron Bland or Stephon
Ooh,
Gilmore? One of those two. Which one?
Deron Bland. He's going to take it back for 6
Yep.
too. That no doubt
Ooh,
about it right there. Let's get a fourth on the year.
nice. Nope. Yeah. Fourth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still leading the league.
Yeah. Seventh interception and fourth pick
Pick
six.
6. Yeah.
You heard it. You heard it here first. So
Oh yeah. All right. Next, we got the Bears versus the Lions. Who do you got?
I got to go against the Bears here. Lions. They're looking like a very good team. And I just feel like they should learn how to distribute the carries between David Montgomery and Jamar Gibbs, but Dan Campbell will get that figured out because he is a good coach and becoming a great coach. So I'm
So
going
you
to
don't
say
think he's
Lions
hit that great
21,
coach
Bears
yet?
18. No, I wouldn't say he's hit the Andy Reid and that caliber yet, but he's well on his path.
So you only think Andy Reid's great. You don't think he's like amazing. You don't think he's a future Hall of Famer. Wow.
No,
This
he
is a
is.
very controversial episode for you. I don't know what your deal is today, but I got the Lions going for 21 and the Bears only 13. I think the Lions have been dominant this year. I think they're going to get it done. They're extremely well rounded on the offense and defensive side, and I I'd be scared if I'd be going against them.
Yeah.
All right, next we got the Chargers versus the Packers. Who do you got?
All right. Just because the Chargers are a better team all around. As of right now, I'm gonna say Chargers 35, Packers 20. Jordan Love just can't get it done against Justin Herbert.
How much you think Austin Eckler's going to go for?
Oh, I think he goes back into it. I'm taking my prediction from last week and putting it onto this prediction. I think he has 3 touchdowns.
On the ground or through the air or both?
Combined.
Combined. All right, all right. So for the first time this week, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on this. I think Packers are gonna beat the Chargers. I think they're gonna have a bounce back week. I mean, every single game was super close last week, but I think the Packers are gonna get it done 28-20. And I just think that Austin Eckler just isn't gonna get it done, nor is Justin Herbert. Just
So what you're saying is Jordan Love is better than Justin Herbert?
in this game, yes. In this game, he is better. He
Ooh.
is better. Come at me if you think wrong.
Oh, I think you're wrong, but you're too far away. So,
I am a little far. All right. Next, we got the Giants versus the Commanders.
I'm gonna take what you said last week and put it on to this week. I'm gonna say, as of right now, I think the best college team could beat this Giants team.
I didn't say
I
that. I
on
did not say that.
No,
I
you
said,
said the opposite. You said that they
yeah.
wouldn't be able to, but
No,
I'm
I mean,
I'm turning it. I'm
you're
saying
turning
the
it.
best college team could beat this Giants team right now, and I know it's due to injuries and stuff like that, but at the same time, they're professionals. But I'm gonna take Sam Howell over Danny DeVito. Probably names that people haven't really heard. But I'm gonna
Nope.
go Commanders 14, Giants 10.
So you say that the best team in college football could beat the Giants, and you still have them in a competitive game. How does that make
Yeah,
sense against the
because the Commanders are
Commanders?
trash too.
I wouldn't overlook them. I mean, they're not bad. They're not a bad team.
No,
They're
they're
not
not.
good,
But
but they're not bad. They're like
if
okay. They're like a
if I was gonna
C minus
rank
grade.
if I was gonna rank the 3 worst teams in the NFL right now, it would go Panthers,
Agreed.
Giants,
Agreed.
and most likely, because if the Bears don't get their QB situation, I'm gonna go 4. So Panthers, Giants,
hmm
Bears, Commanders. I don't care about the record or anything like that. I'm just saying
I
I know I might be biased because they're in my division, but at the same time, everybody keeps on saying the Eagles and Cowboys always make it into the playoffs because their division sucks, and they're not wrong.
I think you need to put a little bit more respect into them. I'd say the Steelers are worse than the Commanders, dude.
Well, yeah,
Honestly, that's
I don't
my two
know.
cents.
All I'm saying is the Commanders are not one of the top teams out there, and they still have Sam Howell at the QB position, and they're both going to make mistakes. It's going to be a sloppy game. It's going to be 14-10.
Okay, okay. I've got the Commanders also winning it as well. I got them going 18-6. Giants just aren't it this year. I mean, next year, let's go. I mean, you're going to be last in the division this year. I just accept your fate and lose every game, tank for the first round pick. That's what I got to say.
Caleb Williams season question mark?
Yeah. All right, next we got the Bucks versus the 49ers. Who do you
Ooh,
got?
49ers 28, Bucks 21, just for the sheer fact that the 49ers just have the better overall team, especially on defense, and defense wins championships. So I don't think the Bucks get it done. So I'm saying 49ers 28, Bucks 21.
You're gonna go against the new Tom Brady like that? Your words, of course.
Nope,
I
nope.
mean,
I said the offensive QB coach coached Tom Brady, and now he is coaching Baker Mayfield. That is
so
what I
he
said.
is the next Tom Brady. Your words. Clip
No,
it.
you're
Clip it.
you're twisting my words, but that's all right.
I got the 49ers also winning. I got 35 to the Bucks 24. The 49ers just they looked like the team we all expected them to be last week. I think there's going to be a little bit more scoring by the opposing team. Baker Mayfield, Rashad White. I think they're just going to be able to get it going, but not get it going enough to win.
Yep.
And next we got the Jets versus the Bills. Who do you got?
All right. I got to call you out on this one. Originally, you had the Jets. Now you're just trying to play it safe and save your record. But I'm going Bills 27, Jets 20. Just for the sheer fact that Josh Allen has a comeback game. And just like he always does, whenever he plays poorly, if he plays poorly for 2 weeks, the next week he does pretty good. So I'm going Bills 27, Jets 20.
I mean, the Madden curse is real. I feel like he was on the cover of Madden 24. He's not having a great year. He really hasn't had a great year so far this season. I mean, he's had a couple okay games, but they've never been like any really eye opening. But I still got the Bills winning. Like you said, I went against my gut because my gut was like, go Jets, go Jets. And I was like, no, do I really think Zach Wilson is that good to beat the Bills? And I was
No,
like, no.
you saw me typing down Bills, and you're like, oh shit, my record's gonna hit the fan. So yeah.
I mean, okay, whatever you say, big boy. But I got them winning 24-21. It's gonna be a close game all the way to the end. Game winning field goal.
Yep.
All right, next we got the Seahawks versus the Rams. Who do you got?
All right, so I got the Rams for the sheer reason that
Mm.
Matthew Stafford is back this week. Um, and I'm picking Rams 24, Seahawks 21. Geno Smith is still not that guy.
You really hate him, don't you? You
Uh,
cannot get behind him.
I don't know why, but I do. It's just kind of like how people just are born hating the Cowboys. I was born hating Geno Smith because guess what?
He-
He was most likely in the league when I was fucking growing up, dude. Do you know how that
Honestly,
guy's old, dude?
he is old. He is
He's
old. He just
crazy.
played on the bench. Most his career. He rode the bench.
Yeah.
But I gotta go against you on this one. I got the Seahawks winning 16-3. I think Stafford's
Ooh.
injury isn't gonna be as good and has recovered as he hopes it to be. I think next week he's gonna do a lot better. But as of
I
this
mean,
coming up week,
he's been a full participant in practice, so we'll see how that goes.
yeah, but you got practice speed, but then you got gameplay speed, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a thumb, isn't
Don't use it at all, don't you, right?
it? Just throw lefty.
It's not that hard. I can do it. All right, next we got the Vikings versus the Broncos. Who do you got?
I'm not picking against Josh Dobbs again. I'm not doing it.
Mm,
He keeps on burning me every week I pick against him. So
the
I'm going
NASA
Vikings.
intern.
Yeah, I'm going Vikings 20, Broncos 19. It's going to be a close game. And I hate to say it because I want the Broncos to win, but I just know
Hmm.
that Josh Dobbs is like a cockroach. You can't kill him. Uh, no matter what, he's going to survive and make it competitive. So
that's that's honestly that's very respectable. I mean, that score is super close. That's probably the way I would have went if I chose the Vikings to win, but I didn't. I chose the Broncos to win because Russell Wilson is looking like he's back in Seattle. I don't think there's any slowing him down, and I think he's gonna beat Joshua Dobbs 13-7.
So you're saying he's back in Seattle, but he's only scoring 13 points?
They had their games. You know they did. You know they did.
Oh, I know.
But they still come up with the dub, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
All right.
All right, and next we got the Eagles versus the Chiefs. You got Jason Kelsey versus Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
So I'm gonna have to go to Chiefs over Eagles, and the score is gonna be surprising to most people, and it's gonna be 35 Eagles 10 because the Cowboys curse is real. Any team that has beaten the Cowboys has either lost their first one, two, or three consecutive games after the fact.
Okay, okay. Wow, you really don't think the Eagles are gonna do that well coming off their bye week?
Nope, I refuse to believe it.
Oh my goodness, that's insane, dude. I got the Chiefs winning too, but it's 21-20. I think
Nope.
it's gonna come down to the wire with them. I
I
think.
say Justin Herbert breaks his leg doing the brotherly shove in the first quarter, on the first drive, in their own half of the field, trying to convert a fourth down, and he gets hurt, gets pulled out, and then their backup comes in and they lose the game.
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about. I know their quarterback's like Justin Hurts, but who's Justin Herbert? Oh, that's the Chargers quarterback. I didn't know they were
Oh,
playing.
did I misspeak? I must have
You
misspoken.
did. I gotta give you a
Justin
hard time
Herbert
though.
is not gonna break his leg.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I'm not hoping for any injuries or anything like that. All I'm gonna say is
Honestly.
Jalen Hurts. He's a good quarterback, but Patrick Mahomes. Who are you gonna take? If
I
if
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
trying to form a great football team with current players, and you can only
Mhm.
have one quarterback, are you taking Patrick Mahomes or Hurts?
Yeah,
It's not
no,
even a
that's well
question.
said. That's well said. No, there's not
It's
even
not
really
even a
thinking
question.
about it. It's just straight
No.
off the top of your head. You're like Matthew Stafford. Yep.
All right. Um, well,
Uh,
I think that about does it for this week's predictions. Like I was saying earlier, I'm your host, Kaiden Jenkins. This is my cousin, Dakota McIntosh. We like to have some fun on these podcasts. Don't take anything we say super seriously because he likes to spin it so he can put it on TikTok. But uh,
yeah, whatever you
we're gonna
say,
go.
whatever you say.
We're gonna go live our lives and do adult things. So that's the end of this episode. Thanks for listening to the Blitz Boys podcast.
uh,
You can find me on Twitter at Caden Jenkins 2 and him at Dakota McIntosh 0. And
Zero.
that about does it. Yep, that about does it for this episode. So deuces.
See ya.